My name is Feyikemi Akin-Bankole, and I am the co-host of the FNS Uncensored podcast. It is a podcast about pop culture and music, and honestly, anything else we'd like to speak about, well, we try to stay on course and speak about music and pop culture only. Since 2018, so I want to say like 7 years in October, so you can do the math. But yeah, let's say 6.5 years. I mean, anything a woman does, and this is not me saying it because I'm a woman, but like if you check the stats, anything a woman does is always 10 out of 10, at least. As long as she puts her best effort and best of her ability, it will always be 10 out of 10. So I don't need to talk too much about that. What can young women do? Just start and then make it good. You don't have to start good, just start and then make it good. So just start, basically. We literally started in my friend's apartment one day in uni. We bought one mic, my co-host and I bought one mic, and we plugged it into my laptop and we recorded into GarageBand on my laptop, and that was it. I mean, so what happened was, God, it's too good, because I sent the first episode to her, I don't know why. And then literally the night I was about to upload, my laptop crashed. So I don't know if that crashing would have changed everything and like we would have been discouraged and not start. I don't know, but yeah, my point is just start and you'll make it good as you go along. And you don't have to start with video podcasting, by the way. It's a podcast for a reason, but I will not get into that. Audio is fine, is all I have to say. I mean, yeah, because everybody has made it seem like if your podcast doesn't have video content, then what are you doing? But if you actually go and Google the meaning of a podcast, is audio. Like, there's a reason why I didn't start a YouTube channel. And Simi, my co-host, is the opposite. She likes being on camera. I absolutely hate being on camera, only if I really have to. So when she was like, oh, let's transition to video, it was almost a fight, but I was like, I actually am losing this battle, so let me just accept. Because you make more money if like you have video content than with just audio content. My family and friends always make me feel like I'm one important figure, one like celebrity. I'm just like, guys, I'm literally just a girl. Like, I don't even want to be that. I just want to be rich. I don't care to be famous. But my friends and family are 10 out of 10. And the people that listen to us are also really nice, by the way. You always find out that like it's people that don't know you that support you more than people that you know. Not saying that they don't support me, but I'm just saying like the attention or like the face or like the like excitement is always from people that like I have no idea who they are, but I really appreciate it. So yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry, and shout out to my parents because they really support me. Oh, many times. There was one time that I was an intern. I was really young. I was still in school, and I was asked to read something. I was working at a radio station, and I was asked to read something for them to put on air, some ad. And I was reading, and the guy was like, "Why are you reading like that? Don't you have a boyfriend? Why are you so unhappy?" I'm like, "Huh? You didn't even ask me if I've eaten today, or maybe something happened at home." Like, he literally was like, "Don't you have a boyfriend? Why are you so?" And I'm like, "I'm not. Take your script. Like, you can read it yourself. Or find somebody that has a boyfriend to read it for you." Like, I don't have the energy to argue. And that was literally like my first like proper media job. So I was like, is this what? No problem. So obviously after that, when I went into other spaces, I went with like, I was prepped like, okay, this is what I'm probably going to experience. But luckily I haven't experienced anything as bizarre as that, thankfully. So for now, we're okay. I make sure that my work is 10 out of 10, so that if you want to harass me or tackle me, it's a you problem. It can't be because of my work, or maybe you don't like me as a person. So at least I know that that one is a personal problem. It has nothing to do with me, like that's your opinion. But as long as I make sure that my work is 10 out of 10, I deliver on time, I don't waste your time. If I have to waste your time, I let you know. I just make sure that I'm very professional in everything that I do, so that it's not, if you want to, like I said, tackle me, your own personal, you cannot say it's because of my work or the quality of my work. So that's how I make sure that I am, I don't remember your question, but that's how I advocate for myself. When we were just audio, we had good numbers. numbers that like you can present to like a brand to like come and sponsor you or whatever, but then video literally made the numbers like skyrocket. I guess when people can put like faces to the voices, and even, I don't know, video content travels further than audio content for reasons that I guess don't need explanation. But I guess since we started video content, it's just been more recognition and more like doing things like this. I'm such a fangirl, so it's meeting people. Like I love like when they're like, oh, this person wants to come on your podcast. I'm like, what? I get to meet that person. Like, wow, yes, I'll be there. I mean, like, not like I have a choice, but I'll be there. Honestly, it's meeting people. Like I'm always so excited to meet people. Or like when they invite us to places because of the podcast, and then I get to meet that person, I'm just like, wow, I'm such a fan. And one thing about me, I'll tell you, I'm a fan. I think the last one that I can remember is the last guest that we had on our podcast, who is Chris Beats. And I used to be such a fan. When I was younger, I wanted to be a producer, and he was one of my favorite producers. So the fact that his team reached out to us to come on the podcast was a very like, wow, yay moment for me. So yeah. Yeah, I'm a very results-driven person, so the most rewarding part for me is just putting out the content. Whether it goes far or it goes near, as long as it's out, I'm happy. Because putting it out is more stress than it seems. I love music so much, and I was tired of tweeting and people responding to me. So I was like, what can I do where I can like express myself without hearing opinions? And someone was like, start a podcast. I was like, yeah, and I don't have to be on camera. Irony, but yeah, that's why I actually started. It's because of my love for music and expressing myself. She would think that, wow, you actually are on camera, like you of all people. But I hope she's proud, because I mean, I haven't stopped. Even though really I'm on camera, I'm like, why am I here? But at least I haven't stopped, so she better be proud. So I'm very PC. My co-host is the opposite. She says it as it is. I'm very like, I'd rather not comment on that topic. So when people have opinions, sometimes I'm like, okay, this person is just excited to be in front of the camera, and it's very obvious because I know when I get excited and I start rambling. And sometimes I'm like, this person kind of like me, and kind of like very like, I don't judge people anymore. Not like I judged them before, because I'm actually not that person, but now I really don't judge them, because I'm like, first of all, this is 1 minute of like probably an hour or two. Like I don't have full context, so I'm not going to judge them. And now what I actually do is I just stop watching videos now. Like any podcast clip or whatever clip, I really don't watch, because I'm like, I'm not going to watch the entire thing. And if it's something that's trending, for example, like if it's like, oh, this person said this and it's 1 minute, I'm just like, because I'm not going to watch the entire video, I don't want to listen to this or watch this 1 minute video, because as a human being, like I could just easily be like, why would you say that? But then I don't have full context. So like now I try not to like judge even more, because it's like I genuinely, and I don't listen to podcasts, so I'm not going to watch it. So I'd rather just not watch anything and not have an opinion. I always tell my podcast, I am not your role model. Don't make me a role model, because if I do something tomorrow, that is on you. Like, I didn't ask you to put me on that pedestal, so don't put people on pedestals. Or don't expect them to say what you want them to hear. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's a human being that sang that song or made that movie, so just treat them how you treat yourself. I mean, okay, let me not say it's constant, but like it's not as bad as it used to be. Before, it used to be like, what do you even know? But then the more like I do things and I see results, I'm like, oh, okay, you kind of do know something. And sometimes I'm just like, you know a lot. So yes, the self-doubt is like a shaky. We're still working on it, but it's better than before. I am a very R&B heavy / gospel / Afrobeats. Like, I don't know how to explain, but like you could listen to a playlist that I make, and the first song is gospel, the second one is Afrobeats, the third one is Afrobeats, fourth one is R&B. Like, you just be like, what is happening? I'm just like, like I'm playing music. This was a hard one, but I'll have to go with Goodness of God by CC Winans, because that song just makes me feel like I'll be okay. God is good all the time. And all the time, God is good.